Okay. Hey, you like this, Astrid? Fresh air. Also, apparently we're cold. I have all of our stuff on, right? We sure do. Huh, all right. Well, that's fine. Hey, but yeah, now. Oh, right. Yeah, the place is gonna be crawling with wolves. So I should eat that. Darn it. That pie's gonna be stinky, and we're gonna get attention, and I don't like it. Although, in truth, what I should do is take advantage of that, kill everything in the vicinity again, so it's safe for us to bring the big stinky pile. But we should probably make sure we're well rested before we try that. Let's see, where are we? 23. Okay, so we did not manage to catch cabin fever mid-reset. Oh well. All right, yes, that's it. That's it. That's 3 achievements to go. And as per usual, I I built something up in my head to be way bigger than it actually was. And well, now I have a silly amount of pies and teas and coffee to indulge into some other point. Oh well. And hey, we got it done without settled mind. So I have that one little extra feather in my cap. Not honestly, not that anyone's going to be that impressed regardless, because like the achievement is mostly planning, right? If you can calculate like the calories you need and like what resources, and you have the patience needed to stick it out for 25 consecutive days and not say accidentally leave early. You know, the achievement doesn't ask that much in terms of skill, I should say. Well, in terms of like actively playing the game. In terms of like knowing mechanics, recipes, that sort of thing. Yeah, yeah, you do need to have your stuff together because I mean even like it took Bashrobe 2 tries to do that to do this achievement. And again, not because he doesn't know the game. It's just it's easy to miscalculate. So as I'm saying this, I'm invalidating my own argument. But I do that sometimes. Is it? Oh, are there? Oh, yeah, these are probably for the Carl Bob up there. Okay. Yeah, here's our fire barrel. So let me just, we'll drop the 4 and 3/4 kilograms of pemmican bars. That'll help.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Let's see, what else? Yeah, those are all those are all 1/4 kilo each. That'll help. Excuse me. Oh, I can drop the cloak, and all of a sudden we're at carry weight again. There we go. And no stinky. There. Yeah, this needs to go back to the idle camp because we borrowed that from there. Oh, and then I need to return one of the skillets at Transfer Pass. Need to take that back to the cabin in Sutter Pass. Okay. What else do we not need? We don't need those. See, that's a good amount right there. Okay, and that's 2 hours off. That's something. Okay, cut more trips. But also, I am made slightly on edge by not. I mean, I hear wolf song in the distance, but I don't see any wolves. And again, we were in here for 25 days. That's easily long enough for wolves to respawn. And yet. But hey, I don't know if they all ran off somewhere else. I'm not gonna complain. God knows we have plenty of business beside them. Well, I mean, if we do all the pies at once, it's gonna make us pretty popular. If there are any wolves about, so that'll remove any mystery there, I suppose. Okay, no, we're fine there. Yeah, we're lighting up. We should be able to just walk through the gas without it being an issue. I assume. Yeah, we got about 5 kilos of carry weight. Or carry capacity. Okay, so now that that's done, what are we gonna do? Well, I did say we might spend some time in the Zoc. Am I eager to do that? Not particularly. But again, well, okay, what would we do? Oh, I mean, we go explore. Like there's that whole uh yeah, the part down by where the where you enter the the transition cave that connects all three far territory regions. That part lacks the schmutz, like the toxic stuff, and there is there's hunting to be had down there. Plus, it's something we could map if we wanted to. Like we have options. But yeah, I'm gonna need to think about that because we have less than a calendar year to go. Like we're less than 300 days, but I'm going to need to write up a new to-do list because other than cougar shenanigans, which as I said, I ain't doing until we're already at 1,000 days. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot. Well, I don't have a whole lot of direction, shall we say. Okay. How... Oh, can I... Have a cheeky peach pie before we go. There, that easier for you, Astrid?
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, that's us almost 10 kilos over. So we can still sprint, just not very fast. Oh, maybe that's what we do. Maybe I do the thing with the water that we did last time. We'll take the stuff through the gas. We'll take it close to the entrance. Just deposit it there. We'll come back for the teas, go deposit those, come back for the pies, so that way we don't have to go through the gas each time. And yeah, yeah. So then we're not doing all this commute within the mine, and we can minimize the time we're spending in the mine, and we can be outside more and get rid of cabin fever that much quicker. Okay, there. I've talked myself into it. Yeah, that's an arthritic joint sprint right there. I mean, maybe that's the thing. Maybe well, maybe we take a break from this save and we go back and we take another crack at misery. See if we can actually get all the way to what is it, day 45? Whenever it is, you get the final affliction. Now, there's no, obviously there's no guarantee we're we're gonna have as good a time as we did on our one and only misery run so far, because apparently, as I only found out after the fact, we got the nut draw for the order of afflictions. And despite me being in well over my head, we actually made it to, like, what was it, like day 42 or 43? So we were oh so close, but then I also starved Astrid to death by insisting on making a bear coat when we just did not have, yeah, we didn't have enough food to pull that off. If I had packed that up and taken it with me to somewhere where there was more food, like say Mystery Lake or PV or wherever, and we ended up starving to death in Milton. But if I'd been humble enough to just stop, right? Maybe we could have made it happen. But again, that's, like I say, death is the great teacher in the long dark. So, and if it takes a few tries, hey, well, the odds are overwhelming that we will die we'll die before too long. And hey, that means easy restart. But how long might that take? And again, do we actually want to walk away from this save? Because what, what nightmare scenario, we do, and then while we're away, Hinterland drops like a survival mode update that they take away the ability to cook with ruined ingredients and ruined meat, basically rendering giant piles of calories to be worthless, which I have a lot of those. I've kind of I've done a lot of planning around those. It would hurt my heart if I was to lose access to all of those, and as Hinterland suddenly had a renewed dedication to like to immersion and realism. But then again, like they wouldn't, like, they might change the ingredients. They wouldn't necessarily change the meat though. Like you've always had the ability to cook ruined meat. It's just it would turn into like 0% meat would become 50% meat. And I still have lots of carry weight. Huh, how about that? Here, let me save that for fire starting. Okay, how many more Briar House pies did I make than I actually needed?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. And we actually can sprint. Wow. Wow. Well, let's do it. Hey, long hauler, welcome in. How you been? Good to see you. Hope everything's going all right. We, I said, we have just finished spending 25 days in the mine to get that dang Steam achievement. So that's officially done. Me and Luke got. No, I don't have a problem. I can stop anytime I want. Thing is, I don't want. But no, I did the thing that I almost always do, where I build things up to be a big deal in my head, and I end up entirely over preparing, and afterward, I get done with the thing and say, oh well, that wasn't so bad, and then I look at all the over preparation I did, and I think, wow, what could I have done with my time instead of that? But yeah, it was again, much like climbing El Capitan, it was there to be done. You know, we were down to 4 achievements. Now we're down to 3, one of which we can't even do on this save, and another one we can't do for another 300 days. So, yeah. But I hope you're doing all right, and the season is treating you well. Okay, I was saying, where did I leave all my stuff? Here's where I left all my stuff. I'm gonna drop the pies, just because they're really stinky. And instead, I'm gonna grab all the coffee, except for that one, which we're gonna drink. Okay, and then well,
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
how much water are we talking here? About that much. Haven't played TLD for a minute. ADHD caused you burnout. Oh, okay. Well, good on you for taking care of yourself. 'Cause I know the that's not always easy for folks to do, but good on you for protecting your peace and not trying to power through. And it's tempting, and some people will tell you that that's what you need to do, but as you know your needs best, and if you need a break, then absolutely take a break. And I guess if you are the story mode playing type, then yeah, it's probably good to give yourself a few days, maybe a week or two before jumping in. If for no other reason than to just let Hinterland iron out the bugs. Because, but I don't know where you are in terms of story mode, so I don't want to go into too much detail if you're trying to remain unspoiled.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
But yeah, so now we're packing up, and we're gonna hang around for a bit to try to get rid of this cabin fever, and then we'll readjust from there. But yeah, I'm so glad to be done with the achievement because I know I'm not the most you know a high octane TLD streamer if there is such a thing. Like I know some people like you got like your Kimiota and like Wongs, who not streaming really anymore, but like they're you know players like that, like people like they're like machine-like precision. Like they have this game down to a science, and you know Yahtzee for them. And you know like the cozy chaos people, like the kind of like Ath, like Dun, Curiosity, Koru. You know, folks who are still good at the game, but they're also like they're more effusive, and like they have more whimsy in their gameplay. I'm not I'm not really in either of those. I don't think. Like I definitely do not do machine like efficiency. Just like look at me. I'm willingly walking around like 12 kilos overweight, and it's all liquid. And like I mean, I'm whimsical in my descriptions, but in my gameplay, I'm stultifyingly boring. So I don't know. But I'm glad I can you know move away from that kind of I was gonna call it like bean counter gameplay, but like the you know playing TLD like an accountant. And anyways, it sounds like a dunk on accountants. It's not. Well, it's not intended to be. It's like you know, check the box, fill the meter, move on. And I'll say I think part of what was making me strain at the leash a little bit was not going anywhere, which is it's very much counter to the way I usually like to do things. Because again, just speaking for me, I know there's people who like to treat TLD like a regular survival game, but you you base up, you have your your main hub, you decorate it, kit it out with everything, and that's totally fine. There is nothing wrong with playing it that way. For me, I I enjoy TLD more when I play it on the move. You know, I say as I'm having Astrid do the Pilgrim Loot Shuffle. But Yeah, basically, not just staying in one place, but staying in one spot for 25 days. It wasn't that fun. So, yeah. I'm glad that one is behind me. We still need, yeah, 17 more hours out of doors. That's fine. I think we can manage that no problemo. But anyway, it was a change of pace. And those aren't bad every once in a while. But yeah, there is a certain rhythm that I like to uphold, and I'm glad to get back to it. Oh, there. I say, God, oh God, where'd my pemmican bars go? They're right there. You're a total loot goblin. Mm-hmm. There we go. There's those. And those. Like so much in the cap off, the game crashed and the save refused to load. Oh no. Which, wait, I was like, where did you put it all? Like, did you just stash everything on the ground? Because honestly, I salute that kind of organization. I I partake in it myself on a fairly regular basis. Actually, let me go ahead and drop those two. Drop you and you. I mean, that's 2 kilograms of vitamin C pills we didn't even use. Sheesh. Okay, there we go. Now things are starting to lighten up. Once all the cabinets and drawers were full, you stacked stuff everywhere. Now, were you doing the safe house customization, or was that before that? Because I know some people have built themselves, entire new sets of shelves and cabinets. Yeah, me, I truly don't have the patience, or maybe the organizational capacity. Like I know that there's lots of neat stuff with the furniture workbench. So far, I've made the meat curing box and only the meat curing box. Although at some point I should make the bear bed, because that, like, the meat curing box, it has a function. The bear bed has a function. A stool, like, what are you gonna do? Stare at it? Can't even sit on the damn thing. That was long before. Okay, so yeah, that would explain why I tried to put put all the things in there. There we go. Nice and easy. But yeah, I don't really go in for having a base. I like having a smaller, like a forward operating base in each zone. or at least in every zone I'm gonna stay in. Like Bleak Inlet, I don't. I'm okay with kind of ignoring that one. Redecorating is a nice way to pan. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because that like those pieces of furniture. They take a while. So if you want to advance the clock, that is certainly one way to do it. But it's also it's also using firewood. I could be trading. Although although if we recall from episode 5, there there was that big bear, that big bear carving. If we can make that as a multiple pieces of cedar or fir, that I might make. Okay, yeah, we are maximum stinky. We can sprint, so there's that. Or utilitarian. Yeah. I mean, I'll wear that. I am definitely more function over form. And I'm probably missing out. And I could, indulge in aesthetics. Like, if I could trade, like, if I can get my hands on that, was it that pink Great Bear Island T-shirt. Like, if I could frame that, I would put up because that's just a fun little image. But no, apparently the only clothing we can frame is the hockey sweater. Which, come on, I mean, it's not bad, but we can do if you can frame a hockey sweater, you can frame a T-shirt. They're not that dissimilar. I think there's the main building with the forge on the back. I'll use the lodge as the main base. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. They're long mile. Or long hauler, sorry. Oh, everybody loves Reagan. Hello. You just found out about the 1K achievement, and it's like, oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was part of the whole raft of updates that came with the trader. There was what, like there's no way, and then, yeah, it used to be, 500 days used to be the big one, and now they went even bigger. But you got to survive 1,000 days and not cheat death. So yeah, they made sure to throw that in there as well. Also 700. Oh yeah, we just got done with another one of the new achievements where you're supposed to spend 25 consecutive days in Langston Mine. So that actually put us over 700 days. You've been playing for years, but you're still past. No, okay. And this is the third time this stream I'm going to say it, but I say it because I mean it. There's no wrong way to play the Long Dark. You know, if you're a Pilgrim player, if you top out on Voyager, that is 100% valid. And if you're having fun, you're doing it right. Because hey, I was a Pilgrim Voyager player for years. It, it wasn't until I started streaming I actually stepped up to Stalker. Is that wolf still in the mine? Um, Not that one. Um, the new indoor wolf is in the transition cave. Between the three zones. Maisie, I believe we're calling her. Uh, and yes, Reagan, I have played episode 5. I'll avoid spoilers because I don't know if you have. Um, but I say yes, I have played it. I have thoughts on it, but I also know, my thoughts aren't going to be not necessarily going to be the same as everyone else's. There we go. You're a 100% Pilgrim player. Mm-hmm. And hey, I must the same. A large part of my TLD gameplay is to relax. You just finished. Both happy and a bitch underwhelmed, but just probably that's probably safe. Like it wasn't bad, but it it could have been better. Some I like some bits. Some parts didn't make sense necessarily, but I'm glad that it's out. I'm glad that Hinterland got the chance to tell the story they wanted to tell, or at least that Raph wanted to tell. And I'm glad that the community has some closure and that we can, we can all, get back to playing whatever it is we were playing beforehand. People can, as you say, get excited for Black Frost. Yeah, and Hinterland did say it was going to be more linear, more on rails, not quite as much survival elements, but it's all right. The train, yeah, well I I got a little spiteful at the train section, and I ended up I ended up only doing half of it and getting myself an achievement in the process, so I was okay with it. You tried it, never made it past the okay, so past episode 1, and that's fine. Story mode is not to everyone's liking, and that's totally fine. Some folks don't like especially like the as dialogue heavy as like the first 2 episodes are. Not everyone is into that. See, can I bare hand this?
Dusk, so I can't be far behind.
There we go. Yeah, we still got to spend 13 hours outside to get rid of this cabin fever. So this is an opportune moment. Ooh, uh, assuming I can actually light this torch. Too windy to light the torch. Gosh dang it. How about now? All right, fine. We'll do this the wrong way. Like purely survival. And honestly, that's most people. And like Hinterland's own numbers said they were showing them that people were buying the game and then not even touching story mode. Which, I mean, I know, Raph will be disappointed, but different things speak to different people. And the fact that they have people playing TLD and enjoying it, that's a win. Because again, it's different modes, same game. The cutscenes were lengthy, which bring these for someone given the ambiguity of previous episodes. Yeah, and like the one particular lore dump was it was of significant length. But then again, where you're trying to wedge however many years of game development into a single episode. So yeah, you're gonna something's gonna have to give. And in the case of episode 5, it was brevity, which again, totally understandable. I don't hold it against Hinterland for doing that whatsoever. Uh, let's see, you never made it past that point because you were too worried about the old lady's survival. Hmm. Well, that's very good of you. Um. Okay. Long hauler. So you said, let me ask you this: do you think you will play the rest of the episodes at some point? There, there was a remark I was going to make, but then I had to stop. Just think, eh, that might that's borderline spoilery. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Because I was going to say well, okay. We find out what happens to Grey Mother. How about that? You don't know, it's not in the plan. Spoilers won't bother. Okay. So anyone who doesn't want to know what happens to Grey Mother, you know, earmuffs for about 30 seconds. All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay. At the end of the in the final cutscene, Will goes back to Milton like he said he would in episode 1 and buries Grey Mother. I mean, we don't know why she didn't make it, but there. I think it's good. Yeah, absolutely. And that it's, if it's anything, that's the kind of guy that story mode has told us that's the kind of guy Will is. He's the kind of guy who keeps his promises, e- even if it takes him a while to get around to it. Yeah, sticks to his word, lives his convictions. Yeah, that's our Will. And it was definitely an emotional punch to the end of the episode. Okay, we need 12 hours. So let's, well, hang on, what I have on the fire? I got, okay, just shy of 12. And it's an outdoor fire, so we'll get longer. Oh, nope, that's fog. Okay. Fog we can handle. Let's see, we got, what, 3 hours to go? 4 hours to go. Boo. Okay, so tell you what we'll do. We'll pass time for 2. Actually, we don't even need to do that. You even did this one outdoors, Astrid. You should be proud of yourself. Okay, so if we're allowed to sleep for 2 hours, which we might not be, But if we are... Wait. Risk? Why do I have cabin fever risk? I'm outdoors. What the hecking heck, game? Make up your mind. When you stop story mode, kitchen and fire were fully stocked. Nice. Oh, thank you for the hydrate there, Raven. But why? I have been outdoors this whole time. Oh no. Oh no. Do I have cabin fever backlog? Like, did did the shenanigans with the Briar House pie lead to like some kind of stack overflow with cabin fever? Oh no, this is horrifying. Let's see. Okay, it is going down. That's good. Why it didn't go away with the actual cabin fever, I am bewildered. Oh man. Anyway, let's just let's just take that win. Okay, that 8. Okay, it's still unacceptably high, but it is moving in the right direction. That direction being down. Yeah, okay. It's past 1 a.m. my time. I think we'll let things stand there for now. So let's check the old journal. We have tried 707 days. Palindrome. Woo! We're knocking on the door of 2 million calories expended. Not that it means anything, it's just fun. And we've got, we've officially spent more time in the Zoc than the airfield. Let's see, 707, and then 887 for wolf kills. Nice. Okay, but yeah, as I say, it is getting late here, and after streaming for 7 hours last night, I don't want to go overtime today. All right, but we are going to leave it there. But thanks to everyone for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you. Hey, Reagan, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you as well. But yeah, see, I think we'll come back tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're gonna stream. I'll have to think on that, and I'm going to think on what we're gonna do for these final 300 days, and so I can keep myself busy and out of trouble. That's it. Happy fun. Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you, Reagan. But yeah, thanks to everyone for hanging out. Reagan, Long Hauler, Raven, and like Andrea, Bumblebee, Zert, Martian, Kia. Yeah, thank you, chatties. Thank you, lurkers. So YouTube friends, I appreciate you all hanging out. We'll see you next time, and bye for now.